So Sabrina Ionescu saw the fact that she's probably in the all WNBA second team and took it personally. Does what happened in the playoffs mean that the voters are wrong to put her in the second team? I mean, I think maybe I would have had her on my second team, so I can't say much. She was second best guard in the W behind Caitlin Clark, and she has now been. I mean, I was about to say she might be the best guard in the playoffs, but like Tash Cloud had 33 and 10. And how's Chelsea Gray getting on today? Chelsea Gray was really like, even though she can't move, she's actually hooping. Like, she's only got 6 points, but like for somebody that moves as like slow, who can't move and is as very obviously injured as Chelsea Gray is, she doesn't have the lift in her legs anymore to shoot the three, but she can still hit those mid-range fadeaways. But today Sabrina Ionescu in her game today had 36 points and 9 assists. She almost had 36 and 10. She had 36, 9 assists, 3 steals, and 5 3 points made. And no one has ever done that in a closeout game in the WNBA or the NBA. And if you might be saying, that's a ridiculous just set of stats to put in, and like, surely you could make those stats say anything. It's very close to the Thaddeus Young stats that, in fairness, Caitlin Clark gets a lot of Thaddeus Young stats too. But yeah, that is for me a big one. And this is a New York Liberty team that were down in that game. They did like, the Dream were what, up 9 at the end of the first. They were up at halftime. They were up decent chunk in the third. Ryan Howard played 40. Alicia Gray played 40. They combined for 45 or 45 points. Tina Charles had 14. Like, their players, all three of Tina Charles, Alicia Gray, and Ryan Howard all shot above 50% from the field. Between them, they shot 6 of 14 from 3, which is not a terrible percentage. Not 50, but not bad either. It was just the rest of the team. Like, Jordan Canada had 8, but it's like Haley Jones. Their bench really struggled. Naz Hillman had 6. Nia Coffey had 11. And Kalu didn't play, which is a bit disappointing. But for the Liberty, I felt like John Quell was really good. How Stewie struggled a little bit. But again, that's the thing with this Liberty team. Is like, Stewie and Benijah Laney-Hamilton can struggle. But you've got John Quell, Jones, Phoebich, and Sabrina Ionescu, and you might be saying, "Oh, Phoebich only scored 9 points." Yeah, she hit two major threes. Like, she hit 1 3 in, were they both in the third quarter actually? They might have both been in the third, but like one was to bring them from down 4 to down 1, and the other I think was, no, it was 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and the other was to make it I think they were up 3 to up 6 or something. Like, they were big shots. Like, they were momentum shots. And as you can see, Leonie Phoebich plus 18. I'm putting it out there right now. Like, I'm not saying in 5 years' time she's going to be the second best player of this rookie class. At this point in time, Leonie Phoebich is the second best player in this rookie class. I think she's an all-star in certain teams. I think she is a defense first 6'4" sniper. Those players don't exist. And if she becomes more so not more capable of guarding fours, but if she becomes like a mediocre shot blocker and on the defensive end can be a good interior defender, she's the best stretch four in this league. And that includes Alana Smith, because she's a much better shooter than Alana Smith. She's a good perimeter defender. But like, Leonie Phoebich as well, I'm going to make a video about this. It's not like she wasn't MVP of the Spanish League or something. And I'm pretty sure she's younger than Kate Martin as well. Like, but the main thing is the main thing, and it was Sabrina Ionescu. Sabrina Ionescu. And like, you can't deny Sabrina anymore. Like, she's now picking it up. Like, her last 2 games, she was pretty good in the first game they played as well. Like, Sabrina in the first game, obviously, what's her name was brilliant, Leonie Phoebich, but Sabrina Ionescu with 17 points on 11 shots, 3 of 7 from 3. Like, that's a good game. That is just an all-around good game. Like, Stewie had 20, Sabrina had 17, Phoebich in that game had 21. So, like, that is a really, really good game for her. And if Sabrina Ionescu is playing like the best guard in the WNBA in the playoffs, the Liberty will not lose. Simple as that. The Liberty will not lose. Sabrina at her best, like every single guard in the WNBA at their best that is currently in the playoffs. And I'm trying to think what to be players at their best from, because I was about to say, like, at their best, Arike is the best. But, like, of the guards that are in the conversation for the best guard in the world, playing like Sabrina is right now, and has shown an ability to sustain it for a period of time. Like, Sabrina, when Stewie was out earlier in the year, was playing like an MVP. Like, she was not neck and neck with Aja, because Aja has just throughout the totality of the year. But, like, she, over a 5 or 6 game period, was the best player in the W. And this team is just so good. This team is so good. You've got Vandersloot, who can still play. You've got Niara Sabally, you've got Kayla Thornton, you've got Benijah Laney-Hamilton, you've got Stewie, you've got John Quell. I don't see how anyone other than the Minnesota Lynx beats this team. Like, the Ace is cool. What are they up? They're up 10? They're up 8. They're up 8 against the Seattle Storm team. They needed the fourth quarter huge comeback to beat a Seattle Storm team. Didn't have Ezi Magbagor in game 1. And, like, you got Sabrina Ionescu and you got the others. You got the rest when it comes to the New York Liberty. Like, they are. Like, look, I'm not going to count out the Lynx just because team basketball. Team basketball is big. The Lynx, but at the same time, the Mercury nearly upset the Lynx the last game. Tash Cloud, unbelievable. And then, yeah, the Dream were really good. Look at the percentages the Dream shot. The Dream shot well over 50%, it looks like. And they still lost. And their turnovers, they didn't even have that many turnovers. How do you shoot this percentage? How do you lose by 9 while shooting? They're above 50%. They shot above 50% from 2. And, like, probably near 40% from 3. And it was just, they just lit them up. Sabrina masterclass. Like, the Atlanta Dream could not have played a better game. And the Liberty won. I think the way the Atlanta Dream played today, like, I watched from about halfway through the second quarter, when obviously I didn't see the first quarter. The way the Atlanta Dream were playing, I thought Alicia Gray was playing well. I thought Ryan Howard was playing well. Alicia Gray did blow an open layup, which was mad. But I thought Jordan Canada was okay. Like, this was a Dream team playing at full capacity. Tina Charles, quiet 14, it seemed. But they just couldn't deal with the Liberty. And with Sabrina Ionescu playing like this, like, Stewie's not going to shoot. Well, she might shoot this badly again, but it's unlikely Stewie shoots this badly again. Like, if Stewie's even playing even half of Stewie's capability with the team they have and the second best rookie, who might be the best plug and play player in this entire league, like, I think next year she's going to be the full-time starter. I think Leonie Phoebe is going to average 12 points a game. I think she's going to average 12, 4, and 3. And do that on ridiculous efficiency. And the scariest part about all this is they have near max money. They have near max. Sloot's on a max and Sloot's free agent. They have near max money to pay somebody. They can realistically afford Satu. They can afford Satu next season. They're not going to do it, but they can afford Satu.